Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 222, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86, here on a Wednesday. Yes, guys, I'm actually doing a film review for Austin because I don't think he could get his film in on time for this theme week, which is shot on video week. I know a lot of people don't really technically collect these films like I do, and maybe a few other people in my circle, so it's understandable in that aspect. So I just didn't mind doing a film review, and I actually chose a film for this film for like a first time watch, because this is actually a film I've never seen before. It's been in the collection for a while. I picked this up a while ago on, I think, maybe one Black Friday through VCI is one of their sales, and it goes by the title of Blood Cult. Yes, from 1985. Comes in like this great like little screen theater double pack with actually the sequel of the film, Revenge. So pretty much the gist of the film, the history of Blood Cult is, it was like a lot of people have said in the past that it was like the first shot on video film, but it technically wasn't, because there was films before it like Sledgehammer and Borden House. Borden House is actually mostly known as one of the first shot on video films of all time. I'm not going to go really too into that because I don't know like the whole history and gist of that stuff. But pretty much Blood Cult's a very interesting premise. It involves like this campus setting where these girls end up getting murdered, and the killer actually murders them in brutal fashion, and takes a body part each time he kills one of these girls, and he leaves a calling card. The calling card is like this little golden medallion with a dog's head in the middle of it, kind of like a pentagram type of deal. It comes in a circle with like a dog's head in it. So pretty much what ends up happening is the local sheriff is actually investigating these murders, and he's trying to find out the connection, what this calling card is, and it leads him to like this tale about like a history of like this blood cult that actually was around like during like the witch era, like when people were doing like the witch trials and all that stuff. And this blood cult actually worship, and actually the murderers resemble like some of their rituals in a way. So the gist of this movie is he's trying to figure out who the killer is, and if there is actually like a blood cult involved in it. That's pretty much the gist of the plot of this one. Now, my thoughts on it. Really interesting film, I have to say. Like, first up, before I get more into like my thoughts on the film, this is actually one of the best looking VCI releases, and it's very shocking because it's a shot on video film. Not to hate on VCI, they do release a lot of like interesting things, but sometimes their transfers are kind of, iffy in that aspect. So I was actually very shocked how good this actually looked for a VCI title. Now, the opening of this film is really great. It has like some great atmospheric music. Actually, I really enjoyed all the score, which was very synth heavy and very elegant, and brought like the atmosphere of the film up, especially in those great like nighttime shots. It had like a great score, this film, which actually one of the better shot and video scores, I have to say, to be honest, because a lot of them sound very like Casio keyboard, like kind of like the same note over and over again. This one had some different like aspects to it, which I really did enjoy. So yeah, I did like that aspect, and this one has a very interesting like way that it's told, because it's very much told like kind of like a giallo in a way, because we actually follow a lot of like the investigation parts of like what's going on. We follow the main character, the sheriff, who's like this middle-aged like man, and you don't really get to see that a lot in like these type of films. So you have that gist of it where you're following him, and you're following like the interactions between him and the other characters, and then we have like the murders happen, which are very hokey and kind of like silly in a way because of the way that they're done. They're done like in the aspect of like, like the knife raises up and it's very slow-mo, which you do get a lot with like these shot on video films. Sledgehammer in particular is very slow-mo heavy, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever seen that film. But the gist of it, and I really did enjoy like the aspect of like the characters, and there's some fucking funny ass moments in this film, I had to say. There's one scene that involves like a cafeteria and like a cashier of the cafeteria, and she gives like this reaction that makes you die laughing. Just the way that she reacts, and the situation is fucking funny as all hell. And not to give too much away on the ending, but there's this really fucking funny dummy death that happens within it. And that's not really spoilerish or reveal or anything. It's just fucking funny as all fuck. It's really funny. I actually fell off my bed laughing watching this movie. I was like fucking dying laughing. And yeah, it's really fun in that aspect. And like I said, like the characters are actually very enjoyable. I actually like to follow them, especially in like this type of films. Like if you don't have like relatable, like weird characters and very hokey. Some of the characters are very hokey in this film. It kind of could get like I could see like this plot getting kind of drawn out and bored for some, but I really did enjoy the characters for what they are. Now, what would I rate a film like Blood Cult? For a shot and video film, it's actually one of the better made ones. It has a great like shot list, and sometimes you don't even know it's shot in video, especially with like the way that this print looks, because it does have like the aspect of shot and video in some of the other scenes, but some of like the daytime scenes and like office scenes are very well like choreographed, and actually have some like zoom, and like they actually tried to make like a legitimate movie with like a camcorder with this film. So I do respect the filmmakers for that. So if I had to rate Blood Cult, I'm going to give it like a solid 7 out of 10. I really did enjoy this. It has some great atmosphere, especially in like some of the nighttime shots. And it's a great like tension build synth score that really dwell and elevate the story along for the ride. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Blood Cult. I recommend it. Don't know about the sequel. Maybe I'll review that down the line sometime. Very interesting cast in that one. It has like Patrick Wayne, John Wayne's son, and John Carradine. So who knows? So yeah, that's it. All right, guys, that's it for my film review. I'll be here Sunday for my film choice for this theme week. So I'll see you then, guys. Peace out.